This presentation will be on Badlands. The director of the film is named Terrence Malick. He was born in Ottawa, Illinois in 1943. Malick attended Harvard and studied philosophy and later became a professor at MIT while freelance journaling on the side. His background in philosophy and journalism really play into his creative career as a director, in my opinion. So I think this really helps him. However, it's not a very traditional route to, where he ended up. He starting in philosophy and professing, just a kind of a weird route, wacky route. But he did end up being a director, and this actually started. What really launched his career was in 1969 when he attended the American Film Institute and directed the short film called Latin Mills. At the AFI, which is short for American Film Institute, he established notable contacts with people such as Jack Nicholson and Jack Fisk, who he worked very closely with on the production of Badlands. Before becoming a full-blown director, Malick worked revising scripts and helped write screenplays. Badlands was his first film. It was an independent film starring Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek. I guess one more thing that I can mention about Terrence Malick is just one more of his films, one more of his successful films called Days of Heaven. It won an Academy Award for Best Cinematography and Best Director. Alright, this presentation will be on Badlands. Okay, Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen plays Kit in Badlands. He calls Terrence Malick a screen poet. That's how he describes him. He thinks very, very fondly of Terrence Malick. He calls him a very important mentor. This is due in part to a very difficult time in Martin Sheen's life when he became an alcoholic and was really searching for his identity, which he really lost. And this is where Terrence Malick's background in philosophy, I think, really comes and saves Martin Sheen. He, has a heart-to-heart with him and becomes very close. They have a really tight bond. So that's, I guess, the kind of relationship that they had. It's actually funny. Martin Sheen, in an interview, calls Terrence Malick the shyest human being that he's ever met, which is really, really interesting because, well, it's not really that surprising because Terrence Malick is kind of quirky. Okay, Terrence Malick, the shyest human being that he's ever met. Moving on to Sissy Spacek. Sissy Spacek appreciates Terrence Malick because he plucked her out of obscurity, in her own words. But she kind of did this with Martin Sheen as well. Both Sissy Spacek and Martin Sheen hadn't established any sort of career as actors or actresses. So this is kind of a film that really launched their careers, as well as Terrence Malick's. She looks back fondly at Badlands because the film was so low budget that nobody really paid attention to them while they were making it, which, in her opinion, provided them with freedom, and it just was a lot of fun for them to film this. From this film, she had gone on to win an Academy Award. Oh wait, not from this film, just in her career in general. She went on to win an Academy Award, 3 Golden Globes, 3 Critics' Choice Awards, 2 Critics' Choice Movie Awards, a Screen Actors Guild Award, 4 BAFTA nominations, 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, and 1 Grammy. So she actually went on to have a very successful career in the film industry. Also, I want to mention that she met her husband Jack Fisk filming Badlands. Fisk was the production designer. Okay, the production itself. So Malick was 27 years old when he had to raise half the money needed to produce this film. So it was kind of his baby. Like this was kind of a leap off the cliff for him. And it actually ended up being really really fruitful for him. This film has like 98% Rotten Tomatoes. I want to say. I don't want to just go off of that, but like it was a very successful film. Um, Malick actually paid $25,000 of his own money to fund the film, which is pretty remarkable because that was pretty much probably all of his life savings at the time, or at least a good chunk of it. The production was very very troubled, according to people on set. Several crew members clashed with Malick. Several were actually injured during an explosion during the house fire scene. So it was a pretty turbulent process. It wasn't smooth sailing by any means. Malick fired the original editor of the film because he didn't like the cut of his film, and then he recut the movie actually himself with Billy Weber. Martin Sheen was merely a journeyman TV actor and model when he stumbled upon this role. Martin Sheen noticed him while he was walking out of a shoot for a photo shoot for one of these modeling days, and he said, he's gonna be perfect for the film. Um, Sissy Spacek was an untrained actress, so I don't think she had actually had any established roles prior to this film. Right. Legacy of the film. Like I already mentioned, aside from Malick, the film launched careers of Sheen and Spacek. Additionally, cinematographer Tak Fujimoto, producer Edward R. Pressman, and art director Jack Fisk, among many others. Um, I think this film, as it pertains to like the American dream, is it's pretty dark because it's really really violent, and it kind of exposes the violent nature of chasing that material happiness, money, and it's really telling of how the American dream isn't always just like sunshine and daisies. Okay, my interpretation of the film. As I was watching it, my first thought was this is really weird. Like it didn't really seem like there was a plot. It was just kind of an aimless, mad, like derangement of Kit and Holly. Um, I didn't necessarily love it at all. But I could appreciate the like cinematography and all that good stuff.